Hollywood Brown to the Kansas City Chiefs on a 1-year, $7 million deal. And I honestly couldn't be happier for Hollywood Brown to actually get this chance to reignite his career here. We understand that Hollywood Brown, when he first came into the league, had the crazy first rookie game, over 200 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns, I believe it was. But then if you look for the rest of 2019, he only put up about 300 or 400 yards and only about 5 more touchdowns for the rest of the year. He's only got one 1,000-yard receiving season under him. The last 2 years he has spent with the Cardinals, but he was one of Lamar Jackson's better targets. Of course, there was a Rashad Bateman and a Devin Duvernay and, Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews that were there and kind of shuffled in and out between him. But when the deal was made, he was sent over to the Cardinals, which I felt like was going to be a good target for Kyler Murray. But Kyler did find some use in him for sure, but I do believe his better time was going to be, with the Baltimore Ravens. And now he has the blessing of saying he's not only had Lamar Jackson throw him the football, who is a legend in the making, but now Patrick Mahomes, who is already in that top 5, 6, 10 all time conversation, whatever you want to spin it for Patrick Mahomes. And I'm glad that he gets the chance to revitalize his career because he is a speedster. He might not have the best hands. We've caught him, caught him trying to kind of shimmy the ball into his body, catch with his body, not be, a full on hands receiver. We know he's a speedster, though. He doesn't run the crispest routes, but I believe under Andy Reid, with the arm talent of Patrick Mahomes, we're going to see Hollywood Brown come out here and maybe put up top 8 to 10 or 12 touchdowns total in the league, receiving yards, catches. Like, he's going to get his workload over here in Kansas City. And I'm very, very excited for him about it. He does have that chance to be that number one target for Patrick Mahomes, of course, behind Travis Kelce, who is really a wide receiver just playing the tight end position. We all know how all teams aspire to have Travis Kelce as their tight end, or a prototypical build of one in Travis Kelce. And I'm just glad that Kansas City really got themselves a solid wide receiver because, again, before the season started, we saw in the opener when the Lions beat them, I'm like, man, I bet you the Chiefs really wish they would have went and got DeAndre Hopkins was the name of last year. We were wondering if Mike Evans was going to possibly go to the Kansas City Chiefs this year. I think that would have been a great move. We see them take Rasheed Rice. We see them take Sky Moore. Rasheed Rice has been solid. We see MVS plug in and out of there. Rasheed Rice has really been the big pop. But it was good for Kansas City to get a solid number 2 wide receiver. And some people might disagree with me. They might not think Hollywood Brown is everything that he's cracked up to be, but I've seen the potential of him. I've seen the tape of him, whether he was with Baltimore, which was his better days again, whether he was with the Arizona Cardinals. But again, I think Mahomes is really going to have a solid target here in Hollywood Brown. I believe his stat line, I think it'd be about 1,100 yards. If he hits double-digit touchdowns, it doesn't shock me because, again, this isn't Tyreek Hill, but he has the speed to almost imitate that Tyreek Hill aspect to not replicate, but imitate. You'll listen to my words there. The Tyreek Hill aspect that the Kansas City Chiefs have had. Again, about 11 to 1,200 yards. I think at the minimum 7 touchdowns, and I could see about 100 catches or so. I really could for Hollywood Brown. That'll be a big workload for him, but he's never caught 100 passes in a season. 46, 58, 91, 67, 51, going from 2019 to 2023, first 3 years with the Ravens, last 2 years with the Arizona Cardinals. But I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what this brings, again, not only for Hollywood Brown, but for the Kansas City Chiefs, and just what it's going to do for their offense, because it's about time that they get another solid receiver in there to really supplement somehow for that Tyreek Hill, departure.